Hey, I'm Stephanie.
And I'm Bryce.
And we are the Lugos, realtors with My Home Group Real Estate here in sunny Phoenix, Arizona. And welcome to this channel where we are obsessed with helping buyers and sellers navigate the real estate process in our home state of Arizona. So if you're into that kind of thing, be sure to hit subscribe to this channel to be notified every time we're dropping new videos just like this. So Bryce, we recently posted a neighborhood guide video on Metro Phoenix. Metro Phoenix is huge. Tons of suburbs, a lot of different neighborhoods, lots of different places to live here in Maricopa County. And I figured it would be kind of fun to see what $1 million can buy you depending on where it is you're looking to land in Metro Phoenix. You ready?
Yeah, let's do it.
So I pulled a totally random selection of homes, like with very little filtering or selection. I just wanted to get like a pulse of what has been closing in Metro Phoenix in the last 6 months or sooner. And I wanted to start with Peoria, North Peoria. We actually have a couple clients looking up there right now, and so I figured we could start there since it's relevant to us. And a lot of people are looking to move up to the northwest suburbs of Phoenix.
Well, what I see up in Peoria specifically, you can get some bigger homes, bigger lots, newer homes.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of times there's a lot of cool big communities that have been built up in that area.
Like in the last 20 years or so.
Yeah, that just give you quite a bit more for your money.
What do you think of when you think of Peoria? Because when I think of Peoria, I think of like that active mountain lifestyle, but like desert mountain.
We've got friends that live up in Peoria, and every time we go up there, it's beautiful. You've got
Nice.
Lots of desert, lots of space. Feels like you're a little bit more spread out, or at least you could be. And it's just got that desert vibe up there for sure. It's more outdoorsy. I feel like you want to go up north, up to like Sedona or something like that. It's not. It doesn't feel like it's that far because you're already up there in the desert.
Yeah, for sure. Still have everything that you need, right? Like really nice shopping centers, incredible schools up there.
Near the freeway.
Near the freeway, which is a biggie. The key to living anywhere like advantageous in the Phoenix area is making sure that you have good freeway access, because our freeway system is actually really efficient and can get you anywhere. Okay, so in my selection of listings that I pulled a very small, like short list. I had 7 or so homes, and what I was finding in here for $1 million, you could get anywhere from about 3,000 square feet on the low end to over 5,500 square feet of a home, which is really huge. I think average, like typically speaking, in the Phoenix area, we don't have a lot of basement homes. We typically have either ranch homes or 2-story homes, and we really see most neighborhoods hovering around like 2,000 to 3,000 square feet or lower. So the fact that you can get these bigger homes is super cool.
The bigger part of it to me, beyond just the size of the house that you get up in Peoria that you don't get in I guess much of the rest of the valley, is your lot size. You can just get really, really large lots. So a lot of those homes that you pulled are going to be closer to acre lots. Some of them are bigger even. So, we see a lot of people that want to be like near things, but they want room for their toys, or their RVs to be on the property, whatever. They've just got their toy haulers and stuff like that. Those folks that just want to have that space, you get a lot of that up in Peoria.
Yeah, really short zip over to the lake. So if you want to have a boat or jet skis, you want a good place to store them, maybe even like a full-on RV garage, that's where you're going to do it.
But yeah, so you can have a big house, big lot in Peoria for that price.
Okay, so the example that I wanted to share, I thought this was a really good example. This home specifically that I wanted to share was listed by EXP Realty, and this closed a little while back for $990 on Emery Lane. And you've got to check out this beautiful backyard. Like, this resort style backyard is what I think of when I think of Peoria homes. And it is pretty sizable, really nice updates in the kitchen throughout the home. So I think that's a pretty good taste of what you might see in 2021 for $1 million in Peoria.
It's a good sample, for example, rather, that house.
And just like you're saying, this lot is almost 20,000 square feet, which is really large for by any standard, and mostly in Metro Phoenix, where we have a lot of master plan communities where newer homes are going to be on 6,000 square foot lots.
But that is on the lower end for Peoria.
Right.
It's just that house has a very, very good, it's got that resort feel in the backyard and big grassy yard. So,
which you're paying for sure.
Right.
Yeah.
So,
and then it has 5 bedrooms plus an extra space. It has 3.5 baths, 4,500 square feet. If I have $1 million and I'm looking in Peoria, that's the kind of home I want to see. Okay, so now we're going to change gears and head on over to Phoenix proper, right? We're heading over to Central Phoenix, which you and I love. This is where we live, work, and play. And we luckily get to help a lot of clients in this area as well. Even though we do service the whole valley, it's nice to work close to home.
Yeah, but because it's so central, you're going to get a little bit less than you would in an area like Peoria.
Yep.
So size-wise, you know, up to maybe 3,000 square feet. If, you know, maybe if you're going to put a little bit of work into the house, and obviously you're going to have smaller lots than you're going to have up in Peoria. Still have a good sized lot, because, you know, Central Phoenix was built on just such large, you know, areas already, but just not quite as large as the outskirts like a Peoria area.
Yeah, when I think of Central Phoenix, I think of those post-war ranches, which, fun fact, after World War II was when we really saw a huge population explosion in Phoenix. And that's when Phoenix started expanding from their city center, which is now downtown Phoenix, to all the suburbs that we see today. And so a lot of these homes were built from like the 1920s and 30s all the way up until about the 1970s. Now, there are some like tear down lots that are new builds. So we do see some of these like incredible multi-million-dollar mansions here on large lots where it was an older home that they just leveled and then built something new. But overwhelmingly, these are these really charming older neighborhoods full of character, grassy lawns, really big mature trees. Yeah. So those who are coming from like, you know, areas that have a lot of green, they love Central Phoenix because they're like, oh, it's not so much of that desert feel. It's more of the grassy yards that we imagine, you know, from
childhood memories past. And just movies.
So from the selection of homes that I got, these are all super centrally located right in Central Phoenix. It ranges from like downtown Phoenix all the way to uptown, although I did not grab from downtown since that's more urban living, not so much of the single family homes, which is what we're using in this example. And then you're also really close to some of the best dining, shopping, like things to do in the entire valley. Really great access to freeways. You're about 15 minutes from Sky Harbor. It's an awesome place to be.
Yeah, everybody loves it because you just have great access to go any which direction you want to, especially if you work downtown or work up in like North Phoenix or any part of the valley, really. So the location of Central Phoenix is, to me, key. Yeah, it's perfect.
Yeah, and that's why we love working there, because it allows us to serve clients in the East Valley, the Northwest Valley, and of course where we're at. And in this quick sample of homes that had closed, I had fewer options because price points do kind of get crazy in Central Phoenix. Not crazy so much, but the cost per square foot is definitely higher because these are so in demand. So for homes between $900,000 and $1 million, I found that you could get about 3 to 5 bedrooms, but more often 3 to 4. You're looking at around 2,500 to maybe, like you said, 3,300 square feet. And in terms of this example that I wanted to share specifically, we actually represented the buyer on this home, which is really cool. And I thought that this was like such a perfect quintessential example of that Central Phoenix home that people love. So let's take a look. So in my opinion, we got our buyers a screaming deal on this house.
Yeah, they got a great deal.
So this is Loma Lane, represented by yours truly at My Home Group Real Estate, and this sold for $925,000. It was originally listed at $975,000. We got the deal for them at $925,000, which was awesome. And this was a remodeled home with, again, that awesome like resort style backyard where it had a really nice pool, grassy backyard, grassy front yard, some really nice mature landscaping.
Yeah, this house had a lot of old charm too, though. So I think that while it was updated, it can still use some more updates in the bathrooms, especially. And our clients know that, went into it knowing it. And that's kind of, I think, how we ended up getting them the deal that they got on it, knowing that they just needed to put a little bit more work into it.
Which they will hopefully reap the benefit of that built-in equity as they do that work over time.
Yeah, I mean, just in a month, I can already imagine what the value of this home is going forward. Just seeing these homes in Central Phoenix, they are so desirable right now.
Yeah, It was 2,800 square feet, which is really typical for this price point and area. 5 bedrooms, 3.5 baths, a great lot size at 15,000 square feet, which again is really large for Phoenix's standards, but that's what we want to see in Central Phoenix. I think that's always like a really good target.
I'd still say though, at about this $1 million price point, 15,000 on the lot square footage is going to be on the high side.
Yeah, I agree.
Because
I think that's why it was such a good deal too.
Yeah, I think so, because we're seeing a lot of these. We're seeing a lot of these homes start showing up with like 8,000-9,000 square foot lots right now, which is half the size of this.
Way to get a killer deal for our buyers on that home.
Yeah, they got a great home.
So now going on north and east to North Scottsdale. Scottsdale is one of the more well-known parts of Metro Phoenix, right? Like just the valley as a whole, where huge tourist destination, tons of things to do, the nightlife, the shopping, the luxury. I mean, it's the place to be for people who are looking for that kind of lifestyle, for sure. But Scottsdale, as we mentioned in our last video, in our neighborhood guide video, it's very long. So it's almost like a corridor that runs through the East Valley north to south. So because of that, I actually wanted to pull in 2 distinct parts of Scottsdale, and we'll start with North Scottsdale. 2 very different types of living, if you ask me.
Yeah, North and I guess South Scottsdale. South Scottsdale is going to be more of your like nightlife, party life.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we know some young people who enjoy Scottsdale in that area, and then you've got North Scottsdale where it's a little calmer.
Yeah.
Out in the desert still.
So let's start in North Scottsdale, okay, and then we'll make our way south from there. So North Scottsdale, you still have really great freeway access, tons of shopping. This is going to be a lot of these master plan communities that are built between like, I don't know, like maybe the late 90s, but mostly like 2000 to current.
Yep.
And where I really wanted to focus on were the neighborhoods of like the DC Ranch and Wingate area, which is going to be just northeast of where the 101 loops down.
Yep.
Now, if we're looking to buy in this $1 million price point, I pulled a list sample from between the price point of $970 and $1.1 million, and I found that you could get about 4 bedrooms almost across the board. Every home that had sold was 4 bedrooms, really popular floor plans, I guess, between 2,000 and 3,000 square feet, and like I said, built in the last 20 years or so, if not sooner.
And those are, like you said, master planned more so, and they're going to land on smaller lots.
Mm-hmm. And they're also probably going to have a couple of HOAs.
Yep. Greyhawk, DC Ranch, all those areas will have generally two HOAs you're working with.
Yeah. But with the amenities, part of these newer luxury communities, they have so many amenities. They have the golf courses, the clubhouses, the gyms.
And the communities are just so nice too.
Beautiful gated communities.
Well kept.
Now, I will admit I chose this example because I thought the kitchen was pretty. But I thought that this was a really good home to look at. It sold for $970 and it was listed by Russ, Lyon, Sotheby's. And like you mentioned, it is on a smaller lot, about 6,800 square feet. It is right below 2,500 square feet of living space with 4 beds and 2.5 baths. But I mean, look at that cute kitchen.
It's very updated, looks great. Be able to move into that thing and not have to do anything.
For sure. And that is at $970, which I think, I mean, it is a kind of a smaller home.
20
smaller
what?
lot.
2,400 square feet?
Yeah, no pool. So for $970, that probably sounds about right to me, you know?
Yeah. I mean, it's a beautiful home, but that lot is, to me, it's a bit tiny for what you're spending. And I feel like you just wouldn't be utilizing that backyard very often. Yeah. Even though it is a really nice house, nice backyard, I just think that it's probably more for someone who's settling down on things and maybe downsizing.
They want lower maintenance, maybe a little bit of a lock and leave type lifestyle.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.